The next thing is connect. So when we're talking about connect, we're talking about how are and who are and what are you connecting with? So evidence shows that connecting with others, including colleagues, friends, family, and the wider community, promotes well-being. Because really the opposite, if we're looking at it as a continuum of connection, is isolation. And so it's really key that we are connecting with other people, that we are connecting with other resources. And so it's really important that we do take time out, especially in this time period. Who and what are you connecting with? What are you doing to make sure that you are connecting and feeling and not feeling isolated? I was looking at a study, which it was one of the longest studies ever done. I think it was it was over 100,000 people, over 70 years. This study was done, and it basically looked at um, what is the fundamental component in terms of ensuring people's longevity and well-being. And they looked at all different factors across all different demographics. So they looked at whether you're smoking or not smoking, exercise or don't exercise, if you know how they eat, all these different factors. And you know what was interesting was the number one common denominator that they found to be most important. It was connections. And it wasn't so much about how many people you connected with, but it was about the richness of those connections. Was it someone that you could call upon when you was in trouble? Was it someone that you could share your vulnerabilities with and know that they would support you? Was it someone that you felt would accept you for who you are? And that was the number one factor in terms of what ensured people's longevity. And that's not to say that all the other areas wasn't important, because they are, but it's so interesting how fundamentally important being connected is. And so whether it is um, online, like what we're doing now, whether it is face-to-face, whether it is phone calls, whether it is FaceTimes, we do need to find ways to ensure that we are staying connected. And one of the interesting things that I find as well is that with that connection, it's not just people. So one of the things that people find is it could be their dog, it could be their cat, it could be nature. Interestingly, that the theme of mental health awareness this month is around nature. Water is actually shown to have a healing property for people. That is why most of the time when people go on holiday, where would you find that they will often be? At the beach. Why? Because they're near water. That's also why even some of you may find that when you're in the shower or in the bath, that things come to you because it's a soothing place for you. Water is a soothing thing. We are 60, 70% made of water. If a child is born and the labor is done in water, the child will come out swimming. So water is natural to us. It's only if someone's had a really bad experience with it that they don't like water, but it's something that's actually quite profound in terms of helping us to feel good. And so it's really important. What are you connecting with? Who are you connecting with? It's really important. And so strong relationships with others are an essential part of building resilience and boosting your well-being. So it's really important having someone that you can share your problem with and have it halved. So it's really important. Just think about, as we're going through these different 5 areas, what's maybe 1 or 2 things that you're going to choose to do or pay more attention to or set a goal for yourself to achieve.